Hey guys, welcome back to Jones Dash again. We can improve. We know we can. We did so well last time. We made them multiple times. One time, the game was inconsistent because those freaking things seem to be placed in really awkward ways. One time, I actually made it. I was just bad. Another time, I was bad and just missed the bounty thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that bit's hard. One of them is inconsistent, but it can be consistent if I just click later. But at that point, like, I just wish it would just be set up well enough so you could just do it. It just seems so weird. Everything else in the level feels so fluid. It just seems kind of stupid to have the first freaking thing you bounce off. Like, oh yeah, if you don't bounce off it at this place, you're just gonna die. Like, imagine doing that on your first attempt and dying that way. You'd not understand what's happened. It would just be a confusing experience. But for now, let's focus and try and get better. I'm actually unimpressed with myself. That was just such a good first attempt, and I should have made it past there. That was so bad. So very, very bad. That one was also kind of bad, but the other one I'm going to say was worse, because I know I don't even need to touch the button. The other one I just clicked a little bit in the wrong time. But the other one I literally could have just, like, dropped the mouse. The mouse could have just stopped working. The mouse's batteries could have run out, and I would have made it further. But so well. Oh well. Like, admittedly, I would have then died after that, if the mouse did that, but still, I'd have gone further. But yeah, my point is, that part where I keep dying isn't necessarily, well, not the part where I keep dying, but the part which I say is inconsistent isn't necessarily inconsistent, it's just stupidly designed. Everything else in level, you click on the thing, even if you click on the very edgiest edge that is ever edged, you will probably make it. On that thing, you have to click right on the right hand side, or in the middle, but then you're not centralized for the next one. It just seems odd that they let that through. Like, just shorten the level by the tiniest smidge, move everything beyond that part slightly to the left. Wasn't really focusing on that attempt, I was too busy talking, but oh well. Let's move everything slightly further left. Make the level slightly short, move everything slightly further left, so that the bouncing at the top of the screen, which is the one that I keep missing, can be slightly closer to me. That's literally all the fix you need. It's not a hard one. Like, sure, now you've built the rest level, maybe it's hard, but still. It's just, ugh. Maybe when they were playtesting it, they made it first try. And it's like, yep, perfect. I just wish, like, that it would be more consistent so you could go straight onto it. It just doesn't feel right. Everything else feels right. I'm just not great with the spaceship, which is why a lot of it's hard. But everything else is pretty easy. Unless, like, I'm playing badly. But that part is just... I like to die, but I don't like to die. I like the deaths, and I'm accepting of the deaths when it is my fault. When it is the level that is just... the things don't feel aligned, it is... And then I find out I've been doing it wrong this entire time. But, like, I don't understand why there's even a bounce pad to go off of. That's the part that makes it worse. Because that, like, if you didn't have that, and you could jump into those things, it would be way better. Way, way better. You could go whenever you want. Jump super late, super early. If you jump early, you're probably going to screw up. Jump late, way more chances of survival. But because you bounce off a bounce pad, you're just taken by surprise, and you always go there exactly the same time. Well, not exactly the same. I think you can be slightly further over depending on how you get into the portal with the spaceship. But I'm not entirely certain of this, so I'm not going to say it for a fact. What's wrong with my brain? Stop being trolled. You know not to click that many times. You know not to. So why are you? Why? Okay. Stop your whining. Okay, my mouse came off the screen. I knew it would at some point, so like that attempt, I intentionally moved the mouse to try and get into a better spot, but apparently it's higher up than I thought. I thought it was in the bottom sort of right area, but apparently it's in the top right-ish area. So when I moved my mouse upwards and left, it went over the top of the screen and then caused me to die. But oh well, that was an intentional fail. Like, I was intending to just move the mouse and then not die at all. Now it's just a thing between me and myself. Me, myself, and I. Not doing very good. Not doing very good at all. But either way, that's what I want to do. I want to do the thing. Don't know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this round. I wasn't high enough. What happened that round? Because I didn't really realise until I died what happened. It wasn't because I was too far to the side. It's because I was too like low on the bit beforehand. So I held the button to get into that section to hit the portal, but because I just didn't have enough like downwards momentum, when I normally pull up on that bit, it screwed me and put me straight into the thing because I just didn't have enough downward speeds, so it just leveled out far quicker than it normally would and caused me to die because I was just a little too low. But oh well, at least I knew the problem and I know it was my bad, so I'm completely okay with it. It's just a thing where it's like, well, I should be doing better than that, but oh well, we can try again because this is what this game does. It's not a game about, like, the point about this game is, well, apart from the fact that, yeah, you jump over the things and make it to the end of the level, it's like, it's a fast-paced game. It's just the game you are going to fail at. You're not going to just start playing the game and be a god at it. Sure, there's probably some people that have beaten the first few levels in their first few tries when they've never played the game before. Maybe they've played similar games. But still, it's like, you know, it's a thing. Oh, my finger was stuck on the button. The button. God damn it. Like, when I went to Steam, while I was waiting for my file to change to something else for better uploady YouTubey goodness, I just went over Steam and it was recommending Super Hexagon to me, and I like Super Hexagon. It's a good game. It's a like more developed version of the game Hexagon, also made by Terry Kavanagh, a guy who has made some very addicting games. And I looked at the reviews and they're like overwhelmingly positive, and the game is only a couple of pounds. And somebody, like, I looked at the bad reviews intentionally just to see what people were complaining about, and a lot of them were just so stupid. It was like, okay, I have negative 1 million hours in the game. By that I mean they have like 20 minutes. Also, I'm going to focus quickly, 1 second. Never mind. But yeah, it had like 2.2 hours, which is actually less than that amount of time, isn't it? Like, that's close to like 10 minutes of playtime, like when they left the bad review. That one of them was just so uninformative. It was like, don't buy. Like, why? Why should I not buy this game that has overwhelmingly positive reviews? And one of them was like, yeah, it's got inconsistent movement. I wouldn't say that. I've played the game. You hold down left arrow or right arrow to go left and right. It's literally all the movement there is. This person said it's inconsistent. They're like, well, I wish if you pressed the button, you would just move over a space. Because basically what Super Hexagon is, if you haven't played it, maybe play it. Maybe play just the free version called Hexagon. It's good fun. Basically, you're a little triangle. Okay, I'm going to focus 1 second. I have to go down! I had to go down and it was done! Oh my god! I would have beaten it! I just needed to go down! I saw the teeth and I was like, okay, what do I do? And I didn't even go to them because my brain was so, like, mind flooded. Ah, you've got to go under. I knew you had to go under or over on that part. But I just thought it would be further away. I didn't have my eye on the green bar. Okay. We can do this now. We're only 11 minutes in. 98%. We can do this. But yeah, what I was saying. Super Hexagon. You play as a tiny triangle. And you're in a hexagon shape. You're on the edge of the hexagon, to be precise. And then, loads of hexagon shapes come towards you with, like, a single gap on one of the sides, sometimes multiple gaps. And you just have to thread the thing through the gaps by just holding the side buttons to go around this hexagon that you are, like, around, to go through the gaps. That's it. And apparently, it's a bad control system. They wanted it so you'd tap the button, and you you'd just move to a different side so you go through the gaps easier. But that would make the game far too easy. Trust me. Because the game gets to a point where it's ridiculously hard. And also, while you're playing, the screen will be rotating. Sometimes it'll then switch direction. The colours are just changing constantly. And the music is very nice as well. But the game itself is like really hard, but you get into it and you get addicted to it. I saw someone who did a review that had over 900 hours, and like the entire game is to try and do it for as long as possible. And there's different levels of difficulty. The first level is not as hard as the others, of course, and then it gets ridiculously hard. And this person had over 900 hours, and your first attempts, they'll probably only be like 15 seconds at the maximum. And the control system, like I said, you hold a button, you'll slowly go around the thing. Well, not slowly, you get fast. Well, not get fast, you go quite fast around the thing. They want it so you teleport around, which make it so easy, because the only gaps you can go through are on the side. So if you teleport to the side, it make it so ridiculously easy. And guess how many hours these people had in the game? 0.2 or 0.1. And that's basically not even bothering giving the game a chance. Like, you need an hour at least, I'd say, to give it a chance. So you, like, work with it. That was bad. So you learn how to play the game, rather than just, like, imagine playing a game that you don't understand before you even play the tutorial. Or you get halfway through the tutorial and you're like, it's not a good control system. Like, you get used to it. It's how games work. Like Isaac. At first, arrows and WSAD, that broke my brain and I couldn't handle it, and it's like, this is a weird control system. But I kept playing the game because I enjoyed watching videos of it, and I thought, like, the idea of it was really fun. And I'm now, like, probably 800 hours in. I got used to the controls. The game is extremely fun. Like, you gotta get used to these things, man. Like, sure, maybe it's just not your kind of game, but that doesn't mean you have to leave a bad review. One of the reviews really got to me. It was like, it's a good game. Well, it's not a good game. It's got a great concept, and it's really well executed, but it's a bad game. The music goes so well with it, and the quick reach starts are really good for this sort of game, and everything is really good, and I love the concept, but it's just a bad game. And I was like, what? That makes no sense. You're saying it's really good, but it's a bad game, but it's not, though. The point of a game is to be enjoyable and have fun. And you are saying, to be perfectly honest, that you kind of maybe had fun with it, because you, like, I don't understand if you, like, didn't enjoy it, because that doesn't make sense if you didn't enjoy it. If you're saying it's got a great concept, sure, doesn't necessarily mean it's good. But, well, it means it's got a good concept, but doesn't mean it's well executed. Said it was well executed, that means, yeah, I like the concept, it was well executed, meaning I probably had a decent time with it. It's probably quite hard to enjoy a concept, but also not like it. That doesn't make sense. And then say, like, yeah, I really like the music as well, and I like all this stuff, and then saying, and leaving a bad review, and saying it's a bad game, but, like, you clearly must have enjoyed it somewhere. God, while I'm ranting, I'm failing. Let me focus a second. Ah, god damn it. Pulled up immediately, but just didn't quite have the ability to get through it. Oh well. The focus worked, though. It made me play better. Because, like, whenever you die twice at the start, on the first spike, even if it's on the third spike, you gotta have that practice. Not practice, that focus. You gotta get back into the rhythm of things. Because otherwise, you just gotta keep playing like that, and then it's just gonna make everything worse. Now, I've made it to 98% in the past 20 minutes in a situation where I could have probably let go of the button for a little while, then held the button. And I clicked the button a bunch of times to try and do a thing, because I wasn't quite looking where I was going, because I was too busy trying to avoid individual little spikes, when instead I just needed to focus a little bit more on where I was going. But oh well, we now know what to do, so if we get there, we can do it. It can be done, and it will be did it. It will be did it. Now focus. God damn it. Didn't get into the rhythm. Like, it's really annoying at that part, because it's literally just before I hold the button. Like, that's the point where I start to hold the up button, which is just clicking. I do that section, get into a rhythm. Sometimes that rhythm's a bit off, as you can see. I go slightly too far down, just enough so when I start holding the button, I still die. But if I start holding the button there, it will work. It will work, I assure you. I'm just hoping in the other demon levels, when I get to them, that they're gonna have some more, I don't know, some more, what's the word? Different vehicle sections, because this one's just, I don't know why I'm clicking. I didn't mean to click. I said before I did the thing, okay, 3 clicks, you're done. I still clicked. I'm pretty sure it's because my finger just got into the rhythm of pressing the button so fast. It's like, yeah, keep pressing the button, and then it killed me because I'm bad. But oh well. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm hoping this gives me more things, because Sure, this level's fun, but you got a lot of spaceship, and you know I don't really like spaceship. Give me more of like the arrow, or the wave, or whatever it's called. I like that thing. That thing is super fun. Give me loads more of it. I'll have a freaking whale of a time, I promise. It's one of my favorite things. And then this thing as well, give me more of this. Give me some of that upside down, I don't care. Like, to be honest, I'd probably suck with it, but still. I'll enjoy it. Eventually. Okay, focus. Yep. Don't know what happened there. That's what keeps happening in the section before there. For some reason, which I seriously do not understand. Like, that's why I keep dying before I hold the button. Because for some reason, I just take a massive dip and then I hold the button. I don't know why. I think it's because I get into the rhythm of clicking at certain intervals. So then when it comes to holding the button, my brain just can't comprehend. Okay, holding the button, pressing the button, pressing the button, pressing the button, pressing the button, holding the button. I held the button accidentally. That wasn't because of what I said, it's because my finger was just trying to click so goddamn fast. Ugh. But yeah, it just doesn't do the thing. So I gotta let go of the button, then say, now hold the button. Like, imagine in the code, it's like, press the button, 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 and then it's like, stop. Now hold the button. That's sort of how my brain's working. It's not putting it all into one stream of code and saying, press the button, press the button, press the button. Oh, for God's sake, what am I doing? Yeah, it's not saying press the button so many times, then hold it. It's saying press the button, and then it's got to tell my brain to stop pressing the button, then hold the button. And it's going wrong. But I need to focus a bit more on this round. I'm not going to go completely quiet, but I'm still going to focus more, because I'm being really bad. I'm clicking on things I know I don't click on. It's getting embarrassing. Oh, 38 more minutes. I really, really, really want to finish the level. Died at 98%. I think it was literally impossible to die any later than that. Unless, like, dying on the floor is possible. I'm not sure there. Like, maybe it's not possible to die on the floor, and then I could literally just not press the button at that bit, and I would have lived. But I don't know. That's bad. It worked, though. Okay, for now, you gotta just focus, please. I don't know why it did that. It did the random thing where it just dies there for no apparent reason, because I'm still pressing the button, but I just clicked wrong on the ones beforehand, and then, oops, I did it again. I looked at my desk. I don't know why I looked at my desk. I probably just saw like a hair float down, or a piece of dust. Like when you have a light and you can see all the dust being caught by the light. It's like, wow, this is all in the air. I have bad eyes. Even though it's just so tiny, you just never notice it until the light catches it. But also, please stop failing so badly. You can't do 98%, then get so demoralized you fail. Like, I am in a good mood. I'm like, 98%, I know what to do. I can do this now. And then it's like... See, this is why you do the practice mode. By now, I would have beaten it. If I had played practice mode. I probably would have beaten it a few episodes back, to be honest, because I would have known exactly what to do. And I could have made a bit consistent just by doing a thing, setting checkpoints, going back at checkpoints and stuff. Like, just turn off the auto checkpoint and just keep doing a thing over and over. Okay. Please, just focus. I'm actually kind of mad. I didn't mention it, but an email notification, because of stupid Windows 10, don't want email notifications. I can probably turn it off. But still, stupid notification popped up, covered most of the screen on the front right, or the bottom right, and it disappeared literally as I died. Just to rub it in. like, it wasn't putting me off too much, but it was putting me off quite a lot. But it wasn't screwing me over much, because it wasn't really covering where I was. Like, the screen moves, and you stay in, like, the same axis. Like, I don't think at any point in this game you go further to the left or further to the right. Unless, like, the screen flips around, then you go further to the right. Apart from that, it's just up and down movements. It's like making the babies. Just up and down movements. Sure, sometimes it's in and out, but imagine cowgirl style. It's up and down. I don't know what I'm saying either. But still, there's that. So it wasn't covering where I was, but it was really bugging me because it's covering where I need to be. So then I need to sort of judge before I get there where I need to go. Wow! How did that happen? Seriously, how did that happen though? Seriously. That's an inexcusable one, game. I did not do that thing. Like, I held the button and it went really late and leveled out by the time the button had been like, oh yep, holding it. Like, that's what I did on that other attempt. I did exactly what I did on that try. I didn't hold the button any later or earlier, but it was just really bad. Okay. We're past it now, and it was just random death, but still, it's just like, well, come on, game. It's a bit petty, don't you think? Like, you've literally got every last death you can out of me. You've drained me. But you still insist on being a douche. Like, seriously, at this point, I can't die any later in the level. I've done everything. I have been trolled by everything. Apart from that one bouncy mid-air thing at the end, I still have not bounced off of, because I know it's a troll. But everything else, troll-related, has trolled me to the moon and back. So we just gotta do this and be happy little bunnies. That's what we gotta do's. Good. Okay, focus. Yep. Went too high, had to hold the button as early as possible. I don't think I did it too early that time. I'm getting much more consistent at doing it not too early, but still, I clicked 3 times to make sure. Yeah, I'm sort of just trying to do things to make sure that I don't die. But that time I just held the button slightly too long. Probably made it so I could barely make it past. I may have been able to, but that was probably pixels away from me getting that perfectly then, because I was freaking close to that wall. And I was about to, like, get past it, but the wall's just a bit too steep of an angle, so it screwed me. Oh well. Oh well. It's an acceptable death, to be perfectly honest. Because, you know, it's entirely my bad. It wasn't like, oh, ridiculously priced section. It was just go up, go down. So hold it up, wait, hold up again. That's literally the entire section. And I screwed it up. So it's on me. But for now, let's do it again, and we'll actually make it this goddamn time. Please. It was a bit tight, but we did. Focus. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, for God's sake, stop holding the button when you're trying to click it multiple times really quickly. But yeah, what happened there is I went a little bit too early downwards, so I couldn't get to the portal in time, and I just went straight into the floor. And also, before I even got to that section, the outside of my nose was like, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna be itchy out of nowhere. It always does it late in the level, and it's really annoying, because it makes it seem like I'm complaining, like, oh yeah, I died because this. Nah, I didn't cause my death. I just did a bad thing, but also, I was being put off before that bit, because a thing was somehow irritating the outside of my nose. My nose is much better now, though. Since after I died, I just scratched it. And it felt nice. Like, scratching something that is itchy is just a very nice feeling. Unless it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I've just got stung by a stinging nettle, and you're scratching that. Because that just makes it good, but also bad. Oh, I didn't hold the button for long enough. Okay, I'm gonna focus. No, he's getting itchy again. Stop it. Oh, held the button for just the tiniest bit too long. Tiniest bit. Literally probably like not half a second. A tenth of a second less. Would have been good. I think that's the third time I've tried to like focus in this level so far. Like before the bit where I normally do. Kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing. Because that only happens when I just have prolonged bad play. God, now the back of my hand is itchy. What is wrong with this? I think it's just because it's like so humid right now that like just hairs are getting stuck to me. And they're just irritating my little hair follicles. And it's like, oh my god, get rid of it. And I'm like, I don't want to, but I also really do. I have to do this first. And probably not actually make any more progress in this video because I'd literally beat the level at that point, and I kind of don't have faith. Because I'm just really bad. I want to be quiet again, but I'm not going to because that's just too much. It's just too much. I'm getting so demoralized. Like, that's a consistent part I keep dying at. That bit at the beginning I keep dying at just after I die, and then it makes me feel worse. It's like, if that happens after I have some good attempts, it's like, well, that's fine. It doesn't happen often. But when you just keep dying to bad things, kills your morale. It demoralizes you. It feels very bad. But, oh, well, it's fine. Don't worry about the things, because every little things is gonna thing alright. Okay, I need to yawn 1 second. I'm good. It was actually a quite nice yawn. As I normally say, because yawns are just like great feeling. Okay, focus. Okay, that was not on me. That time, it just felt like the game was being a little bit weird, because I held, like, it just sounds like an excuse at this point. And it is technically an excuse, but not, I think it's an excuse that has reason behind it. Because I've died there before, and I died there just a second ago, so it might sound like I'm making an excuse, like, I wouldn't die there again, I promise, I'm good at this game, I'm not trying to convince myself thing, but it did the thing where it just doesn't feel smooth on the movement. Because the other attempt, I'm blaming myself, I was just being really bad, this time it just feels like it was not on me. It leveled out, I clicked a little bit more to make it past, and it went up a little, but then bombed. That was not where I meant to click. I meant to click slightly later than that, but oh well. Okay, 1 second. I'm playing so badly. My phone is doing the thing where the screen dies, so I'm quickly fixing that. Because my phone is not great. It has loads of like streaky lines across it. It looks like freaking bacon. It's kind of weird. Since I've dropped it so many times, and it'll just like flicker slightly. Sometimes it'll just go complete, like not complete, but it'll go like quite dark. But then the streaky lines go away, but it's like really dark. And if it's on the dark bit for too long, while something else is on the screen, you'll then turn your phone screen off, and then when you turn it back on, it'll go to the home page or home screen like it normally does to be like put your password in. You'll still see like an imprint of what was last seen on your screen, and it only does that if it's been there for quite a long time. Like, it does that on TVs as well. If you've had the TV paused on one thing for too long, and then you switch to something else, you'll like see a vague outline of what was there before, but this is like, it happened like when I fell asleep watching YouTube. Oh, 1 second. God damn you! Yeah, I fell asleep watching YouTube, because leave me alone, and dropped the phone on the floor, went dark screen, because it happens usually if I hit the phone quite hard, or just randomly does it. And to fix it I have to like press quite hard on the screen, and it usually fixes it, and it'll go back to the streaky lines, which is more bearable because it's normal brightness. It's not ridiculously dark to the point where it just is really, really annoying. Like, it's not the sort of thing where it's like, well, it's dark, but it's not that bad. It's genuinely like really bad. It like distorts the colors slightly, and like it's just not good. Like, yellows will become sort of a deep, like, orangey red. It's not good, and for YouTube, that's freaking horrible. Streaky lines isn't good either, but you get used to it. Trust me. Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. I'm actually the worst, and I don't like it. But yeah, is that, and it's not great. So when I left the thing and it went black screen, dropped it on the floor, woke up, phone was still on, turned the screen off, turned it back on again to fix the thing, and it was really like bright on the outside. Like in the middle, I couldn't even see my home page. It was just dark. It was just pretty dark and kind of black, and it was not good. Around the edges, you could see like subscribe, and you could see like a bit of the video. So yeah, it wasn't great, but it disappeared after a while, which is nice. I had a feeling it would, because it's done it before, but not quite for as many hours, so, you know, it cleared up easier. So that time it did clear up, but it took a few hours to do so. You can still see it, like, at the end of the day, so it took quite a while, but it's gone now, which is good. Okay, focus. Really? Really? I swear I held the button for longer than that. I'm gonna accept that one because it didn't feel super off like some of the other ones do, where it's like, okay, I definitely didn't do that thing, but it still didn't quite feel right. But I'm gonna accept that as my fault. But yeah, there's another weird thing my phone does, because that's an annoying thing, and there's loads of annoying things, but the most annoying one is definitely, well, not to say most annoying, the dark screen one was quite annoying when I first had it, because I didn't really know how to fix it back then. I was sort of like, turn the screen on and off for ages until it works. Now I've realised you just press on the screen quite hard at the top right, turn screen off, turn it on again, it tends to fix it. Like, it won't fix it immediately. You have to turn the screen off and on again for it to work. It's kind of weird. You'd have thought if it was just something that like, has come out of place inside the phone, it'd do that, but I don't know. 1 second, focus. Oh, I did the thing again! I mashed the button. We had such a good chance. We could have beaten it on that attempt. God damn it. Oh well. My blood raced there a little bit. My blood raced. Well, my heart did. But heart make blood, so you know, sort of the same thing. But yeah, what happened? What happens to my phone is one of the worst things, the most annoying things. Something has clearly gone wrong with the power button. The power button works perfectly fine. You can press the power button. It turns it on and off. But sometimes it'll just randomly come up with power off on the phone, and when it does that, you tend to have to like hold the top right of the phone again and mash the on-off button to fix it. But the phone will just randomly turn itself off. Sometimes, like, it's the sort of thing where if I hold the top right of the phone too hard, it will just turn the phone off. And the top right is where the power button is located. So something inside has clearly gone wrong, and if I put pressure on it, it'll turn the phone on and off. Let me focus. I was clicking all the time. I somehow didn't get hit by the troll one. And then it misses that one because the purple ones must have a tiny hitbox or something. Oh my god, I swear to you. I was so lucky to get past that thing, so I kinda deserve it. But god damn, I clicked late on the thing intentionally. And it lines stuff up better, but then that one was really off, like, the alignment. So I have no idea what to do. But yeah, if I hold the top right of my... Like, if it must be, like, the power switch. Because I've seen inside of tablets before, the power switches. They're kind of weird, because one of my mom's old tablets which she got for free. And no, it wasn't like a friend had a tablet that got really broken and she gave it to her for free. It was like, with her job, it was like, okay, if you do these things, you can get a free one. It was like super cheap and gross and awful. But oh well, she got it for free, and it was really bad. Like, there'd be parts inside that would just come out of place, so you'd have to, like, open up the back and do all that stuff, and I'm gonna focus 1 second. Oh, I clicked one too many times. I could have made that attempt count. Yeah, there's like these things near the power buttons which would just make it not work. You have to like wiggle them around and there was a thing blocking it, so I had to use like needles to like fit in the gap and then like fiddle it around enough and then eventually just like slot it into its place, and then you have to use the needles to just like not the end of the needle, you have to use like the side of the needle to press it in. And then you can put the back on and then press the buttons again. And it was such a pain. It was like the worst goddamn thing. And the part that made it worse, sometimes they'd fall out. You'd have to literally put them back into the thing in the right way around and then try and fiddle them back in. It was so goddamn bad. But it must be something like that with my phone, where it's come out of place, and now if I press the top of the screen, it thinks I'm pressing the button. So it must have like rolled slightly. So it works perfectly fine with the power button still. So let me focus. That was so lucky to get there. I kind of deserved that. Not to make it, deserve to die. But still. Oh well. Yeah, my phone must have done something like that. And it's really annoying. But sometimes the phone will just randomly do it. It's really weird. It'll just randomly turn itself off. It tends to happen if I tilt the phone the right way, so it must have like put weight on the button and it just turns off. Because you have to hold the button for a rather long time for it to say like power off. But sometimes the phone will randomly turn off, and if I like you know when your phone screen gets greased up after you've eaten food, so you have to like wipe it on your chest or something, then wipe your hands to make sure it's not greasy. If I do that to my chest too hard, like on my sternum, it'll just turn the phone off. The phone screen will just go boop, off now. It's really annoying. Like, I kept thinking that it was me doing accidentally, just pressing the button, but no, I've realised if you put enough pressure there, it'll just turn the phone screen off. So it's a bit of an annoyance, but oh well. Clicked slightly early. Oh well. 40 minutes in, I really want to beat this level. We're getting so goddamn close. We keep getting trolled. I held the button for a bit longer than I should have done there, but it still felt like while the cube was still turning, it was about to land. Like the corner, I think, had basically hit the ground, but it hadn't flattened out, so I thought I could do the thing, but apparently not. Oh well. I really want to beat this level now. This may be another video where I might extend how long I play for, if I don't make it in the meantime. But I don't know. I don't know, like we're making it there more, but we haven't made it there for a little while now, but still. If we make it to Spaceship, we should do this. For Queen and country. Please. I just realised how much of the start of the level is actually just with the cube. It's a lot. And then it's later part of the level of like the last 60% is like mostly other things. To be perfectly honest, it's more than 60, I think. It's probably like 70 or like 65 or 69. No, I'm not gonna say it. But you know what I was gonna say, so it's on you now. Ha! Not on me, because I never actually said it. Focus. that was just so bad. That was inexcusable. Like, it's not the sort of thing where it's like, well, you tried, it was okay, you just went a little early. It's like, well, that was kind of a lot early. It's not like I hit the spikes, like, above me. I did hit them above me, not the ones that start to slant. It was literally just straight above me. I was too high up was the problem, and I didn't want to start pulling up later. Because I'm stupid. Oh well. Oh well. It's an honest mistake that was just bad timing on my part. But we can do it again without the bad death. And we can beat this goddamn level. I know I can. We've made it to the end. Basically already beaten it. We just died in a dumb way because I'm blind. And I've got a burp or hiccup coming. There's a burp and a hiccup at the same time. Fair enough. Like, you know when you just can't tell which one it is and then both. That's what happened there. Okay. Focus. Oh, I basically made it, but just by skin of my teeth. I did the thing where I pulled up slightly early again. It's because I think what I do is I always do it at the same time. There's a certain part of the screen. Like, it scrolls to a certain distance and my brain's like, okay, now you need to start doing it before it's too late. But because I'm at a different height to what I normally would be at, because that was really, really lucky to survive, it screwed me. And because I do it at the same time, it also screwed me. But oh well. I made it there again. Feels good. It feels good. Like, just to make it there. Just to make it through the sections and die on that bit. Because that's the bit I know I'm struggling at. And then I've got to just pray that I can make it past the floaty, mid-air, bouncy doodads. That was very close. I'm alive, though. I feel so alive right now. Never mind, because apparently it didn't, like, want to jump. Even though, you know, I'm pressing the only button I need to press in this goddamn game, which is, like, the mouse, like, the left mouse button. You know, the button that I, like, praise for being better than the arrows and the space bars and all those things. Yeah, I'm using that one. But it's not really working. Like, the left arrow key's already going on my goddamn keyboard. It's not working as well as it used to. Like, the keyboard has a nice spring back on the keys, so you get a really nice feedback on whether you press the button or not. Like, you'll press a button, and then it'll just, you have to put just enough force on it for it to just go down. But the left, oh, I'm so bad. I completely, like, admit to clicking on that one. Oops. But yeah, with the left arrow, it's just, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do it. It used to. When it started going, it was like, that doesn't feel right, because I used to occasionally play this game that I've mentioned before. I haven't mentioned the name, it's not a great community. I wouldn't recommend going to play it unless you want to be called racial and sexual and homophobic slurs by 10-year-olds. Like, there is a mode where you can turn off swearing, but people bypass it all the goddamn time. All the goddamn time. And it's not a good community. Like, there's the kids that clearly shouldn't be on the game because it's a 13 because of all the bad language. I'm so mad that I keep clicking on that one. Yeah, it's just, it's not good. But people will play it under that age and you'll be like, yeah, you know, you're not playing, right? And they're like, oh, I don't care. My parents let me play it. I'm like, well, they're not a really good parent. It's an age rating on it for a reason, you know? You're gonna get freaking bullied. Like, that is a game where you get bullied. Like, I want to say I haven't been bullied on it, but I have, because, you know, it happens, but I just don't care because it's online. But still, it's just gonna happen. It happens to everyone, even the popular people. They're gonna get bullied, even if it's by their friends, and it's in a joking way. Still gonna get bullied. Like, there's loads of trolls in that game. Like, you'll just find people that aren't even playing, that have a really inappropriate name. Those people tend to get banned quite quickly, but they'll just troll you. They'll troll you for ages. And they'll just say the most annoying stuff. It's not good, but anyways, back to what I was saying. That game, I was playing it and I realised, because it's like a kind of weird parkour thing. It's not really parkour. You're just playing and then you like do a thing, but I only play like the really precise platforming sections. Because I find that the most fun, and less people talk there because they're trying to focus and concentrate on what they're doing. And it's fun. But, you know, let me focus. Wow, I don't know what I was doing there. I pulled up and then pulled up a little bit more, thinking I wouldn't make it onto the platform, just to make sure. Made me land on the platform later than I wanted to, so when I pulled up, I just couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. Oh well. Yeah, I realised while playing, like, doesn't feel right. So I didn't really understand when I was pressing my left arrow key, since I used the arrows, because leave me alone. But it went it didn't feel right. I've gotten used to it now, so I can play perfectly fine with it. But the other one is like, yeah, you press the button, you get really good feedback pressing it. That one, it has no resistance. You'll just press the button, it'll slowly go down with your finger. But it used to have like a nice amount of resistance, so it'd be like quite nice to use. Now it's just like, I don't really know if I'm pressing it. Let's just put all the force on it. But in that game, you've got to be really precise sometimes with the buttons you press. So it kind of screwed me quite a lot. But let me focus. God damn it, I needed to blink. I needed to blink. I didn't die because I blinked. I didn't die because I needed to blink. I was just in a bad spot. Didn't pull up enough because I have a really good line. So I had to like line myself up on that section by leveling out, then pulling up, instead of getting really lucky, pulling up at the last second and then getting straight through. Which works very, very well and very, very smoothly when it works. And the other one doesn't really, but the other one, it's not got to be so precise. You can do it in many more different ways. Like, you just level out, you wait a second, then you hold the button. And by a second, I mean literally less than a second. This game is, like, or this level at least is ridiculously precise. But yeah. Keyboard not happy. Like, the other keys are perfectly fine. It's just that one. And when I was cleaning out my keyboard, and, you know, had to remove all the goddamn keys, because I don't, like, there was a lot of, like, hair stuck in there and stuff from animals, so I got rid of all that. And, you know, I didn't have an air canister thingy with a nozzle to do the thing with. And this works better because you can actually, like, get the stuff out rather than just blowing it to try and get it out. And it works very well. Tried to fix the key, but won't work, sadly, but oh well. Focus. Ugh. 53 minutes, we're gonna be on like 84 attempts. It's gonna be 83 or 84. And from then I'll probably go to 100, just because, God, I want to beat this level. I know I can. It's so irritating. I know that I can do it. I know I can. I know you can. Let it go, let it go. Just do this thing and then you can fly. Let it go, let it go. Playing this game sometimes makes me cry. Here I am, and here I'll play. Let me play on. This game really makes me rage. That worked quite well. Surprisingly well for improvisation. for me. Normally I'd expect a lot worse than that. Now, of course, it wasn't the greatest, like improvisation parody thing that I've ever done. But you know, I'd give that a 7 out of 10 for effort and just off of the cuff. But it's fine if you don't think he was that good, because, you know, I could have probably done better. But I'm proud of it nonetheless, as much as it was kind of cringy. But what do you expect off of YouTube these days, huh? What do you expect? Oh, you expect clickbait. I know now. Bogus. I'm sorry. No. I know I clicked late on that bit, but I clicked before I fell off that edge. I swear to you. I freaking promise I did not click that late that I fell off. Those are the deaths that are annoying because it's so late and just so random. Yeah, so speaking of clickbait, we found out recently that somebody that, I know someone that knows someone else, because I'm not naming no names, that is subscribed to JoJo Siwa. You know, the one that's now, like, with Nickelodeon. So I looked up her YouTube channel, and she has over 5 million subscribers. 5 million. I don't even understand how. I genuinely don't understand. I don't understand how she's like so freaking popular. Don't know how she has merch out with like her bows. Like, just she's basically just a singer, and she's like ridiculously young to be a singer. And it's clear that her family is probably extremely rich and could get her lessons and could get her famous, and it happened. And yay! And God, her YouTube channel. I'm just gonna say, I'm pretty goddamn sure her YouTube thumbnails are not edited by her. 1 second. Yeah. Should've just held up. Should've held up. My bad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure her thumbnails aren't edited by her, because that looks a bit too good for her, and a bit too clickbaity. I'm pretty sure they're not named by her either. One of them was like, eating or trying to eat the 100 Happy Meals in 1 day challenge, and I'm like, I don't think you can do that. You're like 3 years old. I know she's not actually 3. It's a joke, but still, I don't think you can do that, child. And also that goes to prove like how famous she is and how much money she has. Because, you know, it's probably not her paying. Like, she looks between the ages of 10. Actually, no, I'd say like 9 and 12 at the maximum. 12 is pushing it. I would put her between like 9 and 10. If I was guessing her exact age, 9 and 10. These deaths are actually abysmal. Yeah, I'd say she's between 9 and 10. And, you know, she's clearly not, she's probably not buying these by herself. She might, like, you know, she has money, but it's probably, like, the place where her parents keep it safe, and she probably has the parents pay for it, you know? Because they have money. And I was just like, no. And all her thumbnails are really clickbaity, and loads of arrows everywhere, and, like, extreme in the titles, in, like, inverted commas and stuff, and asterisks. It's just like, ugh, the cringe. Oh, the cringe. It's so bad. But yeah, it's not good. And one of the videos, or when I looked through like the first 3 videos, I never watched any, by the way. I don't really want to. 1 second, let me focus. I'll explain it in a second. Never mind, I'll do it now, because apparently it didn't go down as fast as it normally would. Because normally I hold the button for that long and it goes right to the bottom of the screen and I die. Or like, not quite die, survive. And then it didn't, it went straight into another spike. So I held up and it still didn't make it past it, but oh well. There was a video called I assume she has a series called JoJo Juice, because it's called JoJo Juice, which sounds kind of dirty, but I know it's not dirty, and I'm not going to take it that way, because she's an infant that is basically a newborn fetus. And it's a bit strange, because the video is called Last Ever JoJo Juice, and I'm like, okay, literally about 2 or 3 videos after that was a JoJo Juice video, and I was just like, well, that's a clickbait title on the other one then. Maybe, since I didn't watch the video, maybe it's like, oh, this thing's just so special I have to make a video on this, but still. I don't think so. 1 second. I bonked and it literally couldn't survive. See, that's why I'm trying to get low, but then it kills me! Past now, but I'm doing the last attempt, goddammit. And they're gonna be complete wastes, because I'm just sucking now, but still. Demoralization is too much for me. But yeah, maybe it's like, okay, had to make a video on this, but still. Don't make a video called The Final Ever Thing if it's not gonna be the final ever thing. Make sure it's a final ever thing and stick to your goddamn word. Like, to be honest, I don't really have anything against her. But, it's just, I'm pretty sure she's not the one that titled that video. Since, you know, she's a child. She probably doesn't care about YouTube. She's like, people like me. Yay. I'm a likable person. But I'm pretty sure she wouldn't title the video like that, because like, she's a child. She doesn't understand the concept of clickbait. But the people that clearly upload her videos and stuff, they understand what clickbait is. They're gonna do it. Let me focus. Goddamn, I didn't bonk that time, so I'm not actually like sad about it. I just pulled up a little bit early. But yeah, I assume the reason they click basically like, well, it's gonna make us more money, it's gonna make the parents more money, it's gonna make the children more money. So it's just like, it's an endless vicious cycle of the child's doing a thing that I don't understand how it's so popular. Some of the things she does is clickbait, like I said with the 100 McDonald's thingies, like, Happy Meal consists of 4 chicken nuggets, depending on what Happy Meal you get. 4 chicken nuggets, and small fries and a toy. I'm pretty sure. Haven't had one in freaking years. And then it, like, sometimes have, like, 4 fish fingers or a cheeseburger. Either way, you're gonna be having 400 chicken nuggets and a freaking field of potatoes, or, like, a lot of fish and a lot of potatoes, or a lot of beef, which, to be honest, I probably wouldn't want to have that one, because that's going to be a lot of, like, bread. Focus. I couldn't click on it! Urgh! I was just too far away from it. That part is so inconsistent. I hate it so much. You click too early on the first one. Makes the rest of it impossible. Like, I can mash the buttons fast I goddamn want. If I don't click on that one frame where I can bounce off of it, it's not happening. There's the troll one that's really hard to get past because I suck. Even though it's not hard to get past, I have got past it every goddamn time. And then there's the top one, which I always miss because I'm bad. And then there's that one, where apparently if you miss the first, or go late on the first one, you're going to be really far off on that one. Since, like, I'm going too far. I didn't go too far before, when I was trying to do it a different way, but now I'm going too far every single time. And I'm clicking so fast, I'm probably on the far left of every single one of those bounty things, yet I'm still going too far to the right. Which is why I think that part is just so bad. But oh well. But yeah, like I was saying, the burgers, it's a lot of bread you're going to be consuming with the buns. And then there's just the beef. It's a lot of beef. But, you know, I'd go with the chicken nugget one. I would say I could probably handle 200 in a day. Maybe. Depending on, I was going to say how long the day is. That doesn't make sense. Well, it does, because if it's like 12 hours being the day, or an entire day of 24 hours. 24 hours, I'm pretty sure I could definitely do that. Fries, I don't know. Since I can eat probably 25 nuggets, maybe 30, with some fries. And then I'd probably, like, need a break. But, you know, 24 hours, easy. And she's a tiny child. Freaking tiny child. And my stomach is probably larger than the average person's, because, you know, I eat a freaking portion of food, and it's like, that's not a portion of food. That's a portion of food for a freaking baby. Give me the proper food, please. Food just doesn't fill me. It's weird. And the burden, but oh well. It's a burden I have to carry. Like, people genuinely get shocked by how much I can eat. It's insane. 1 second. It didn't put... I didn't pull up in time. I wanted to go on the ceiling and just hold the button. By the way, I'm sorry if the voice sounds weird, because I looked at the sky when I said that, but still, literally after that part, if I held the button just slightly earlier and didn't hit those spikes, then got to the end of it, went down, would have won. So that was literally like the final thing I need to do. Okay, I have one more attempt after 100 because that one was wasted because I'm bad. I knew what to do, I just wasn't prepared for some reason. Like, I prepared myself before I start talking. Like, okay, pause here, just mash the button, you'll live. And then I just didn't do it, but oh well. God damn it. It was so close. Chicken nuggets, give me your power because you're delicious. Oh, that hurts me deep inside of my soul. But yeah, chicken nuggets and stuff. Like, I can eat a lot of food because chips, not American chips, British chips, the sort of really chunky fries that are delicious. Usually I can eat, like, I'll say after this attempt, 1 second. Oh, god damn you, game. God damn you to hell. Yeah, usually there's a portion size of a cone, which, you know, it's a cone with chips in it, which is probably like slightly more than a large fries at McDonald's, because, you know, chips are bigger and stuff. Then there's usually a small portion, which is usually not in a cone and in a bag, not in a bag, and wrapped in lots of paper. And that's probably what a normal person would have. Sometimes, like, maybe if they're an adult, they'd possibly have a medium. And a large is usually shared between multiple people or a family. I can sometimes, like, if I'm super hungry, eat a large and, like, 20 nuggets. And then I'm stuffed. That's what usually will fill me. It's weird. Like, usually I wouldn't have lunch or breakfast, so sure, I'm extremely hungry at that point. But recently I've been starting to have that more, and still the same, no different. So everyone's hypothesized of, you know, doing that before, and then not having the thing, and then being like, oh, that's what's causing it. No, it wasn't actually causing it. It's just food doesn't fill me up. It's just annoying. It's like, well, goodbye money, or I'm not gonna be full. Like, that was bad. That was so bad. I double clicked early. Oops. But yeah, I'm not overweight or anything either. I'll tell you this, I'm like an average sort of ish kind of weight. I don't know. Okay, one more attempt after this and we're done. But yeah, I'm like, okay, another attempt because my brain was farting. Okay, 2 more attempts. Jesus H Christ. But yeah, I'm not overweight. It doesn't make me gain weight. I'm just a weight. Like, I do walk every day, you know, like a normal person does, and that sounds really mean now I think about it, like, for people that can't walk. I'm sorry! I don't mean it in that way. Like, more power to you. But still, like, I walk to Annie's and back usually, like, 3 or 4 times a day. Usually to go to her house, come back to mine, go back to her house for her food, go back to my house for my food, go back to her house, then come back to my house again, because, you know, it's the end of the day at that point. Pardon me, and I'm a gent, so I walk her home. Leave me be. But yeah. That's the thing. Also, this is the final attempt, so... RIP getting thingy, because I don't have any faith in doing it in the final attempts. Like, literally none. I don't think I've actually beaten the level in my final attempt before. I may have done. I know that there was that one attempt where I died in a really bad way and then just went quiet on the next attempt and beat it and was like, wow, that's beautiful. I held the button, so I'm going to have 1 more. No matter what happens this time, this is the last attempt, because goddamn, I keep dying in stupid ways that are my fault. But it's completely understandable, I feel. Like, trying to click the button really fast and then holding it down while trying to do it that fast. Like, I got to try and shorten down the times of which I take my finger off of the button to putting it back on the button. So if you do it too fast, you don't actually take your finger off the button enough to, you know, do anything. So you just end up clicking. It's not good. Oh, that's awful. But there was hair on my nose. I wanted to get rid of it, so I just didn't focus on the game. I technically made progress, not twice, but I've made it further than I made it before twice, because I made it on that one attempt, 98, and then another attempt I made it to wherever I made it, and died to that freaking spike, and I should have been able to finish it, man. Should have been able to, but for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're still enjoying the series. I apologize that it's so long. Once again, 98, we can't get any closer without dying, or without, like, finishing at this point. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!